Hello, welcome back. It took me a while to get back because I had to test settings and fiddle around with file sizes, video formats, sound options, uh, and then I also had to change a bit of the settings on the in-game. I had to change my resolution to 1080p because I was recording in 1920 by 1200, and yeah, that actually delayed also the conversion. If you get like a clean recording with OBS, uh, you get a pretty big file, but the format is correct. And then I run it through another application called Handbrake. I researched this on YouTube. There's tutorials on it, but Handbrake basically allows you to re-encode the video with a lot of options. And so I set that to be aligned with what YouTube wants, so that there's no conversion taking place on the server, and then I know what I upload as well. So the results should be a little bit better. What I noticed as well with the with doing all of this, I I really should get a new mic. That's pretty obvious because there's a lot of static noises. So, without further delays, hopefully this will be a good session where we can make our millions with these trucks. No, well, first gotta get into the groove of mining again. It's doable with mouse and keyboard. Like I said before, I've played Farming Sim with joystick and throttle, and you got all the buttons at your disposal, all possible options. And it seems to me that it's way easier to retain um, your skill with the joystick and the throttle. I really played a lot of Farming Sim, and yeah, I got the impression that joystick and throttle is not a bad investment if you're playing these types of games. Talking about investments, this computer is a bit older. It's not like really old. I mean, I got like a decent video card, a Titan Z or something, or a Titan X. I don't know. The cheapest one of the two of them. It was the the previous chipset, I think, from Nvidia. The current one is what GTX 1000 series or something. I got just the version before that. But yeah, I'm really wanting to upgrade now. Especially when doing this. I mean, I'm getting a decent, what, 45, depending on the angle. Take between 40 and 50 frames. Well, go over 50, but it's not how I want it. I've been a long time modder and tweaker as well on computers. At a certain point, I had like 3, 4 motherboards lying around, 3, 4 processors, all types of RAM, just to test which machine would please me best, and then tweak and mod it. But I've grown out of that. You know, I got tired. What I want now is just like a good performing system, uh, without having to fiddle with it. You know, you buy it out of the box. Well, out of the box, I mostly make them myself. And the computers, I assemble them myself. Uh, but I really want machines that, if you put it together, you just install all the drivers. No tweaking needed. No test runs. Just want to be able to get decent frames all the time. So I'm probably going to be looking at upgrading this system. Maybe first do clean install, see how it performs then, and then maybe go, decide if I wanna upgrade or not. I've been wanting to upgrade for a while, but yeah, money. Oh, did you see that? I touched this truck and it scooped out of it. I really want to see this pit emptied out, but pay dirt's not as good as on the other parcel, the Rivertown one. It in the bank it shows 20 as the rating. Based on what it is, I don't know, but it says rating of 20 on the gold. So I'm also tempted to go there instead of continuing here. Maybe with the money that we make with these 4 trucks, set up mining on Rivertown. Yeah, at the moment I'm still having these guys work for me. All these weird guys doing a lot of work for me. You pay them money and they bring in gold. It's like, yeah, I like that. They bring in more than they use, which is also a good thing. Well, no, that's not true. That you gotta watch out. They don't really bring in what they use. It depends on the ratio, how much you pay them per hour or per work unit. I'll show this to you if I don't forget, or maybe in the next episode. But basically, these guys, they have a rating of how hard a worker they are, and then it's a percentage, which is, in my opinion, pretty weird. And then they have like a wage, yeah, and a daily salary, or what do you call it? But I've put it in I've put it in an Excel sheet, and yeah, the ratios it's pretty tricky. You can't just go hiring everybody, which I did previously. I was like, hey, this is cool. I'm gonna make them all work for me, and let them make me millions of ounces of gold, but the rate at which they get paid and make gold is if you don't watch out, it's 1 to 1 or even less. So they did a good job on setting that up in this game. It's not that you can just hire 300 people and then sit back and. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I did hire a bunch of them, and that's how I noticed that in some instances it doesn't pay off, and in others it did. And then I went reviewing their stats with the Excel sheet, and yeah, it appears that the lower their how would you say work that they do is in percentage, let's say 20%, over then it would say a rating of 20%. Then they cost like 100 and 110. But that also means that you're paying a certain amount per work that you do, that they do, and it, yeah, and in the lower cases it doesn't pay off. I think starting from like 50% work, they start being okay. They return money, and they cost, what was it, 150 a day, I think. I don't know. We'll check when we get to the plant. I'm gonna align it already, so that I know where to place my trucks, like this. I hope with the hardware I have right now, it's how would I put this? It's pleasant for you guys to watch this, but there's too much background noises, and I hope the video quality is good as well. Well, let me know if you got feedback. It would be nice to know what I need changing. Ah, the water, yeah. Always tend to forget to turn this on. Not this time though. I'm gonna make good money. I wonder, is there a disadvantage of cycling the day to the next one? Is there, would it have an effect? I wonder. I don't know if the loans from the bank, for example, continue to run if you sleep through the night. Well, one thing's for sure, fuel consumption doesn't continue through the night if you accelerate it with the caravan. The other way. Oh, would be a good test to see that. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can work during the day every time and not having to worry about payments or employees working or not working, you know, and having to pay them. Oh yeah, we were going to check the payment of the employees. Yeah, gotta get closer. Today is a good day to mine some gold. It's a beautiful day. No rain, no fog, no nothing. I miss Freddy. I wish you could just put him here on the field somewhere as a guard bear. I was watching some of the Gold Rush videos that are freely available on YouTube. It's not like a full episode or anything. It's like a bit of a review and then parts from it. I think it's totally legit in terms of what's it called, copyrights. But then you saw these guys doing the clean out, and then there's like $1 million in gold just sitting in a pot right there in front of them, and I wouldn't feel too comfortable actually just sitting there unless you had some security. The episode I saw, they had a freak on the road just randomly shooting at them. And I was like, Jesus, man. If you have that much gold sitting there on the premise, and, I wonder, am I going to be able to dig while this is running, this rig? While it's refining. Where's my... Ah, there it is. Let's do some dozering. I want to get rid of these little bumps there. Also, yeah, I'm gonna try to make the episodes 20 minutes long each time, or about 20 minutes. That keeps the file size at a manageable size. So I'm probably gonna do a couple videos today. I hope, if everything goes well. So I'll probably end this right here, and then I'll see you in a few moments.